Okay, so get this, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, he just kind of like dropped this bombshell. He says software as we know it is basically over,
Yeah,
done kaput.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's pretty intriguing, right? So today we're going to try to unpack this whole prediction, and we've got this clip from AI Insights Explore. It's on YouTube,
Mm.
and it really like breaks down what he's saying.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to figure out exactly what he means, what it could mean for the future of tech, and what it means for you, the listener.
Right. Well, so basically what Nadella is saying is that AI agents, they're going to become like the brains of the whole digital world.
Uh-huh.
Like they'll coordinate across all our apps, all our data, and basically make individual apps like obsolete.
Whoa, so like no more like toggling between like a million different apps. We'll just tell our AI overlord like what we need, and it just handles everything.
Yeah, that's the idea. And this really challenges how we think about software like in the first place.
Okay.
Because right now, most software, it's just a way to interact with data. Think about like those everyday tasks, right? Like creating, reading, updating, deleting.
Yeah.
Like that's all we're really doing with most apps.
Okay, I'm following you, but what does that like have to do with AI taking over?
Well, what Nadella is saying is that AI can actually handle all that data interaction logic.
Okay.
Like it can figure out what data to grab, how to process it, and then like what to do with it.
Mhm.
The interface, like the actual app we use, it becomes almost like secondary.
Well, hold on, let me get this straight. So he's saying that AI could make like the way we use software totally irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly. He even goes so far as to ask, why do I even need Excel?
Wow.
Like imagine AI writing the code for your analysis, generating visualizations, even like handling these super complex tasks.
Yeah.
The role of something like Excel, it shifts like dramatically.
That's wild. And Microsoft isn't just like talking the talk,
Yeah.
Nadella even mentioned their plans for Dynamics,
Right.
which is their suite of business apps, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're going all in on this AI-driven future.
Yeah, they're essentially collapsing these like individual apps into solutions that are powered by AI.
Okay.
So think about it, instead of like clicking through all these menus and screens, you'd interact with like an AI that just knows what you need and like orchestrates tasks across all those different modules.
Wow.
It's about efficiency. It's about personalization on a whole new level.
Okay. That sounds like pretty incredible. But is this really like happening now? Like, are there any like real world examples of this kind of agentic workflow?
Absolutely. The video highlights this platform called Chatbase, and they're already building AI agents that can automate tasks across different tools.
Oh, wow.
It's a great example of what Nadella is talking about, like one AI handling everything kind of behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. So we're talking about like a future where instead of like being bogged down in like the nitty gritty of like managing software and stuff, we can focus on like the bigger picture.
Exactly. It's about empowering people to be more strategic, more creative. But, of course there are challenges we got to consider. Right.
One of the biggest is like making sure that these AI agents are built responsibly.
Yeah, that makes sense because we're basically like handing over a lot of control to these AI systems.
Yeah.
So what are like some of the potential pitfalls we need to watch out for?
Well, one key area is data security.
Okay.
These AI agents, they're going to have access to like tons of data, right?
Right.
So it's super crucial that we have like really strong security measures in place to prevent like breaches and misuse and stuff.
That's a really good point. And what about like the potential for bias in these AI systems?
Yeah.
Like we've seen examples of algorithms, perpetuating existing biases. And that's something we definitely don't want to like replicate in this new world of AI agents.
Absolutely. It's essential that we develop AI agents that are fair, unbiased, and transparent in their decision making.
Yeah.
And this requires like careful attention to the data used to train these systems and then ongoing monitoring to make sure they're operating ethically. So it's not just about building cool tech. It's about building tech that reflects our values and doesn't like make existing societal problems worse.
Precisely. It's about taking a holistic approach to AI development.
Yeah.
Considering not just the technical aspects, but also the social and ethical implications.
Okay, so we've talked about like the potential benefits and challenges of this like AI-driven future.
Right.
But what does it mean for people who like work in tech today?
It's definitely going to shake things up. But just like any like major technological shift, this is less about jobs disappearing and more about jobs like evolving.
Okay.
Think about like the early days of the internet.
Yeah.
Did it eliminate jobs? Sure, some.
Yeah.
But it also created like tons of new opportunities and entire industries we couldn't have imagined before.
That's a good point. It's not like technology has ever just stopped evolving. you know,
Right.
and people have always adapted.
And the same will happen with AI. Developers will need to adapt their skills to focus on areas like AI training,
Hmm.
data strategy, and building the underlying infrastructure for these AI agents.
Okay.
There will be new roles emerging around like managing, refining, and ensuring the responsible use of these powerful systems.
So it's not like coders are going to be out of a job. It's more like the nature of coding is going to change dramatically.
Exactly. The demand for skilled tech professionals will likely increase,
Yeah.
but the specific skills needed will shift as we move towards this AI-powered future.
It sounds like lifelong learning is going to be more important than ever before.
Absolutely. The ability to adapt and learn new skills will be essential for thriving in this like rapidly changing technological landscape.
Okay, so we're kind of standing at the edge of this, like, uncharted territory.
Mm-hmm.
Nadella paints a pretty compelling picture of what this AI-driven future could look like.
Yeah,
But we're still in the early stages and there are a lot of unknowns.
exactly. Will traditional apps completely disappear, or will they just kind of evolve to incorporate AI seamlessly?
Right.
It's hard to say for sure, but one thing is clear.
What's that?
The way we interact with technology is on the verge of a fundamental transformation.
It's almost like we're moving from a world of tools to a world of partners.
Yeah.
Instead of opening an app to complete a task, we'll be collaborating with AI agents to achieve our goals.
That's a great way to put it. It's about shifting from a transactional relationship with technology to a more collaborative one.
And that shift has like profound implications for everyone, not just those in like the tech industry.
Absolutely. This AI revolution will touch every aspect of our lives,
Wow.
from how we work and learn to how we communicate and connect with each other. It's a truly transformative moment in human history.
So as we're wrapping up here, let's kind of like bring this back to you, the listener.
Yeah.
Like if you could have like an AI agent that could handle any software task,
Mm.
you know what I mean?
Right.
How would you use that? Like what excites you about this future and what makes you a little like uneasy?
It's a good question.
Because what we're really talking about is a fundamental shift in what software even means.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Instead of opening apps, we might just be like talking to an AI that just like understands what we want.
Yeah.
Makes it happen.
So software becomes less about like the tools and more about the outcome.
Yeah, I think so. It becomes about like the goals we're trying to achieve.
Uh-huh.
And AI helps us get there like in the most efficient and personalized way possible.
And Microsoft going all in on this vision, I mean, that's a pretty big deal.
Right.
It's not just some tech demo, you
Yeah.
know? This is like a signal that this could be the future of how we interact with technology.
It's a sign that the entire tech industry is thinking about this.
Yeah.
And as we've discussed, it's not just about tech companies. It's about all of us.
Mm-hmm.
How we work, how we learn, how we live our lives. This AI revolution has the potential to change everything.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners?
Stay curious. Keep learning about AI.
Yeah.
Experiment with new tools, and most importantly, think critically about how this technology can be used to like solve problems and create opportunities.
The future is coming, whether we're ready or not right.
That's right. And the more we understand about it, the better equipped we'll be to navigate this exciting and sometimes like daunting new world.
All right, everyone, that's our deep dive into the future of software. Be sure to head over to our social media and tell us what you think about Nadella's predictions.
Yeah.
What excites you? What are you still wondering about?
We always love hearing from you. And join us next week for a completely different deep dive.
Okay.
This time we'll be exploring the world of biomimicry, the science of taking inspiration from nature to design amazing new technologies.
Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep. See you next time.